Yeah. Wow, good karate. Karate comes from China and also back in India. But yeah, there's lots of guys, lots of teachers. I don't know if they're really known.
As an entrepreneur, have you started a business?
What's it?
As an entrepreneur, have you started a business?
How do you start a business? First of all, you've got to have the passion for, ideally for what you're doing. You got to, if you want to, some idea comes to mind that you'd like to do as your job or product that you like to sell, you have some idea. Then you say, how ambitious am I to make this work? And the degree to which a person has an ambition and a desire to be more successful or successful, you'll only rise up in what you do to the level of your desire. Often people say, I want to do this, I want to do that, or they don't do it. You know what that means? They don't really want to do it. No, but yes, I did. No, you didn't, because if you did, you would have done it. You know, yeah. So something, you know, I suppose, I don't know, you could take that. I don't know what it's like to be addicted to cigarettes. I don't smoke. But if you, when somebody says, I want to stop smoking, but they don't, I guess, you know, there is a way they can if they really want to. And same thing with being overweight, you know. Overweight, there's an addiction to sugar, addiction to wheat, addiction to different things. It's not easy. There are systems and ways to conquer being overweight if you want to. If you say, I want to lose my weight, but you don't, that means, like in a way you do, I understand that, but in another way, there's some sacrifice or something further that you're simply not willing to do because it feels too good. So we all only do what we really want to do. But if you have an ambition to be an entrepreneur, you figure it out. The best I can advise is get books, tapes on motivation and philosophy, and read it, hear it, or touch a nerve, you know. It's called Awakening the Sleeping Giant Within You.
What made you feel
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay. When I started the Hutt, as Anthony said earlier, I called it Bob's Karate School. But after a while, a bit of influence from other senior students, I thought I'd like to, call it by a name that would just reflected sort of Japanese words. You know, there's been more mainstream. You got most of the styles, unless they're called Billy Brown's Karate School or Martial Arts Academy or something. I thought, I want to get away from that. So, there's Goju, there's Wellington, Jiddo, Shikai, all the different styles. So I went to a Japanese master, a sword master actually, in Adelaide, and I sat down with him, and we got different little words that meant things. So I still got the paperwork, the draft paperwork, and then I was go meant hard. Yep, like that. Khan meant total or complete. It can also mean house or academy. But I thought total, complete. Khan. Yeah, total technique, total perfection, aiming for perfection, completeness. You know, not that we can really become perfect, but you're aiming for that as a goal. School, our work from school. Go, calm, prove. Okay, let's decide on that. That's it. So, then we heard about Kentucky Fried Chicken. We went from K. You know, years ago we went to KFC to go Kentucky Fried Chicken. I figured, no, I'm sort of joking, but we like that a bit because you don't say, I want to go down and get some Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm going to go and get some KFC. Is that what you say? So we can become known as, we are going to rule the style, but GKR is just being how we can be identified.
Do you still follow Zoe Hartman's eating plan?
Yes. I met Zoe. She's come to our World London now. My husband recently in the World Cup in Liverpool. Yeah, I think Hutt was her reasonably. She's fantastic. She's very, very strong on what she feels, and her diets work. For me, I won't elaborate on this too much, but I was always overweight, had cancer, had a stomach operation, stomach removed. I don't have a stomach. The food goes directly from my esophagus, which I've only got a bit of that, directly into my intestine. So it's amazing how your body adapts. But I can eat. It's slower than normal, not quite as much, but still eat normal. But after having my cancer, I started 13 years ago and developing good eating habits, I gravitated back to bad eating habits too. And I didn't conquer my addictions, I didn't really get educated. So whilst I couldn't eat as much, see, my proper weight is about 79 kilos. But I still was up around 95. It wasn't really bad, but it was heavier than I would like. And basically heard about Zoe's diet. And I just learned, so what we do now, her diet is to basically conquer your sugar addiction and wheat addiction. And so basically I, for a while, just knocked off all the sugar. It's all hidden in everything. Sliced beetroot, all the stuff you wouldn't think there's sugar everywhere. And it's to make it taste better, so you buy more of that stuff. Yeah, what do you call it? Food that, you know, that's produced like that is not like real food, it's sort of But I just, you know, so basically, if I want to eat careful now, I have bacon, eggs and tomato without bread for breakfast. Maybe something salad, you know, salad with meat, salad for lunch. And for tea, I might have one or two bits of bread, but, you know, not much, hardly any. You know, some meat, veggies, steamed veggies, stir fry, baked veggies are fantastic, with some yogurt on it, it's awesome. Sugar-free yogurt, of course. So I've learned how to eat, and so I can actually lose weight if I want to. I think around 80 kilos these days. And I can get down to 78, 77 if I want to. And so her diet is not about starving yourself, just eating the right things and not eating the wrong things. But it takes shaking off that habit. If you've got to learn and be educated, so you're hardwired to know exactly what is the right thing. You know, you can't just assume it, you've got to learn it. And it's not that hard to learn. So it's been awesome to wear normal clothes and knock off that extra bit of weight, you know. And my wife's done it, and you know, it's not everyone does it. It's been great talking to you guys. Is there any other question? I'm happy to answer anything if there's any others out there. What's that, sorry? Yeah.
And 1964 we started. Who was your most influential person in your life when you first started?
Wow. What a karate person?
You say, Mum.
Yeah, I do know what. There's not one person, but I guess probably my karate instructor at the time, who turned out to be not that nice a guy. It's a long story, but he was the person I sort of looked up to as my karate hero. Had a few other karate heroes who were fellow students, and one of them died recently of cancer. I actually saw him in hospital 8 hours so before he died, and he was about 4 years older than me, and he died about 3 or 4 months ago. And so he was one of my karate heroes. His name is Bill. So yeah, I had to be looked up to. It's a long time ago. It's age 17. Wow. And it was this magic thing. I walked into a dojo. So here I am, you know, 51 years later, still doing this stuff. It's crazy, but it's good.
One of the old karate masters said the greatest thing or something?
So
Was there an old karate master like Koshi or the argument that really big influence on your thoughts?
Yeah, well, probably Gogan Yamaguchi was the head of the Goju. I met him a few times, and I really had a lot of respect for him. I actually met him and talked with him in his dojo a couple of years before he died, back in 1976, 86 I think it was. It was amazing. I actually sat down with him. That's another story. Two masters that I really have a lot of time for are an old man, trained with, Master Hirokazu Kanazawa from Shotokan, and Higan Morio Higan from Okinawa Goju. He's an amazing guy too. But really we've been fairly isolated. I don't go and chase up people these days. I respect a lot of other top masters and people, but we've been pretty insular. Not try to be insular, but we're just GKR is what we do, and I'm meeting a master tomorrow, a Japanese master in Auckland tomorrow and Monday. So I have a lot of time for a lot of these guys, but I don't so much have heroes these days. I certainly did back then, but they're people I respect, yeah. All right, guys. Fantastic. Thanks. Okay, one question.
Did you meet Shiha?
We don't meet Shiha. She came to about 1991. He came to look at karate to make karate his job, and he came on a motorbike and dreadlocks. And he became Shiha. Thanks, guys.